Hi, I'm Lego Blocks Animations, also known as LBA, and recently I just hit 10,000 subscribers. Kind of insane to think about. I'm just genuinely dumbfounded by the fact I've been able to make it this far, and the fact that I have so many people here to support me. First things foremost, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed, who's liked, who's commented. I genuinely would not have made it this far without you, and I value all of your support, I really do. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, I got a proper microphone now, so I don't have to rely on my phone microphone anymore, so hopefully now the audio sounds hopefully better than before. Otherwise it would be a bit of wasted money. But anyways, enough beating around the bush. Let us commence the Q&A. First question from Nap, good friend Nap. When is the Saiyan Scholar Slender vid? Soon. I mean, like, in terms of the order I have it in, first I gotta release the Dragon Ball Super Kai video, then the Saiyan Scholar video, and then after that I'll do one on Goku vs. Z whenever I feel like that. But it is coming, it will happen, just, you know. Lorenzo Raphael asks, how does it feel to admire your Minecraft channel, Dan TDM, editing channel, LBA, and your gameplay channel, Slow Plays, all at once? The jig is up, I've been figured out. It feels euphoric. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you for the question, Lorenzo. This question comes from Solar Animations, another good friend. He helped me with the Gohan Black video. Would you rather have unlimited bacon, but no more games, or games, unlimited games, but no games? Or, this question comes from number one Goten fan. Will you ever make Hell Shenanigans Part 2? Yeah, sure. Me and Geek still have some more ideas to work out, I'm pretty sure. Although it was like a really long project, although like my motivation like varied every now and then, it was still really fun to make, and I really enjoyed working on it. I'm absolutely down to make more of it. I've even got more ideas, like, I've been getting some comments of like suggesting some ideas that sound pretty cool, and I'm down to like get in a call with Geek sometime and like go over some more stuff we could do. Yeah, like I said, if you guys down for a second one, I'll make another one. You guys seem down for that, so yeah, I'll absolutely make a part 2 sometime. I'm not sure when, because I'm really terrible with planning stuff, but at some point. Brad J.E. I'm so terribly sorry if I said that wrong. Don't have much to ask, but will you do more discussion type videos like Gohan Black? Also your thoughts on Toyotaro's art. Yeah, I really liked making the Gohan Black one, and I absolutely have more ideas for more discussion type videos I could do. Like, I mentioned it before, but like the one on Dragon Ball Super Kai, that's a really underappreciated fan manga, and it's one I've really been wanting to talk about because I really like it. And of course, I've got other ideas, like, I think I want to do one on like Z Broly and Super Broly, not only comparing them but contrasting them, also like showing appreciation towards both of them, because I think they both have a lot to appreciate. As well as, like, I've been thinking about a video on like saying something positive about every like Super Saiyan form, or just every Dragon Ball transformation. Okay, maybe not every form. Just every Super Saiyan form, like even the bad ones, like even like Super Saiyan Rage or whatever, and just trying to find something positive to say about it or whatever. I don't know, I got a lot of ideas that I should probably just work through first, but yeah, I'm absolutely down to make more discussion videos. And Toyotaro's like, yeah, I like Toyotaro's art. I like it. It's got a lot of charm to it. I enjoy looking at it. I really... This is going to sound odd, but I really like the way he draws back muscles. They just look so good, or just like even muscles in general. He's really good at that. I really like that about his art. Anyways, yeah, I like his art. Thank you for the question. Banan bread or Jamie? I'm just going to go with Jamie. Jamie asks, is that good Goku? Kind of. That green fellow is Vile Goku. He's like Goku, but if he didn't shower even more than he already did. Also, he kind of doesn't really have a no-kill rule. It's a whole thing. He has like some lore that like me and a friend of mine like came up with. He's a funny little guy. You'll probably see more of him on my channel at some point. Yeah. D-Lord asks, do you deal with copyright issues? And if so, how do you deal with them? Okay, it's a bit tricky. One of my videos in the past, it was a video about Goku Black getting the orange form from Shenron. That video got copyrighted. I cannot monetize it. And that's because of the opening scene where Zamasu was making his wish. Because it was too long and too uncut and too uninterrupted, it got claimed. So then my choices were either to cut that scene, which I couldn't do because it was the build up to the actual video itself, or just not make any money off it. So I was like, I won't make any money off it. But that's why in a future video, Goku White, where I do the same thing, where it starts off with Zamasu making his wish, instead I like YTP cut it up and make it like all goofy and stupid and whatever. Like, not only is that just done to like make it a bit funnier and like, because I like doing YTP stuff, it's also a nice way of getting around copyright, because if I cut it up like that, it's not going to detect it, which is nice. I think what I've been able to figure out is if it's like less than 20 seconds, you're probably okay. Like if it's around like a 10-second long clip, I think you'll probably be fine. But even then, I'd still recommend like splicing it up. Like you don't have to splice it up YTP style like I do. But there are other videos like the Goku Kaioken one where I like sneakily splice it, and like I shorten the length of things just to be sure. There's also music as well. So the Japanese scores for like Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, if you're going to use those, be sure to pitch it up just like by a little bit, because those will get detected. For my videos, they have been detected, but it's mostly just been like sharing revenue rather than like outright like demonetizing my video, which is nice. But it is like just something to think about. Same goes for Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Daima music as well. If you're going to use that, be sure to like just pitch it up a bit, or like even pitch it down a bit. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just so long as it's like a little different, then you should be fine without it detecting it. Yeah, using fan covers should be fine though. Of course, so long as you credit them, of course. I think that Super Dragon Ball Heroes OST is fine as well. I've never gotten any like copyright issues with the Super Dragon Ball Heroes songs. It's just been for like Super or GT or Daima or whatever. So those might be fine, but if you're a little cautious, maybe just pitch them just a little bit. If you're a bit paranoid about that, which is fine. But yeah. Also, I'd recommend using the Seed of Might recolors footage, because I don't know if this is entirely true, but I think because they're color corrected and the colors are different from the official released versions, that might help a bit with it not being detected. Like, don't take my word for it, but I have not gotten like footage detected copyright claims for any of my GT videos, which all use the Seed of Might footage, but I have gotten it for Super videos, which don't use any color corrected footage. But I'm not saying they work, but like, just to be sure, use the Seed of Might. Not only do they look good, but they're also like, they might help with that a bit. I don't know what I'm saying. Next question. Nova the Gamer asks, what are your thoughts on the fan-made Ed, and Eddie Z animation by SSJ Random Master? I still think it's more watchable than the Evil Goku vs. series. Honestly, fair. I remember watching it when I was younger. Like, I think it was specifically, I can't find it for the life of me, but I swear it's just like this one, and it's this one animation where it's like Ed, and Eddie versus like, was it Dark Boo? Or something, and it's like some sequel to this. Was it like a Vegito 1089 video or something? It was like a sprite sequel to that made by someone else. I'm not even entirely sure if it was made by SSJ Random Master, but I do. That's like my most vivid memory of Ed, and Eddie Z. But aside from that, I think it's fine, I guess. But yeah, I don't have any strong feelings on it one way or the other. I think it's a funny concept, and I don't know, it's kind of neat, I guess. Kaya Sidat. I am so sorry. I'm not gonna attempt to say that. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. What do you think about the old Goku Black theories during the arc's time? Like him being a possessed future Goku, Demigra, Goasu stealing Goku's body, or a shape-shifting demon? I find the theories around, like the old theories around Goku Black, to be like really interesting. I remember when that arc was coming out and when people were putting out all those theories. Like I remember the Expo Games videos, the anime live reactions videos, those like going also. I remember the theory about Goku Black potentially being like a Mai Kaioshin, like an evil Kai or whatever, which ironically kind of ended up being true. Or like him being like some sort of android. I find those, or him being Goten. That will always be the funniest theory to me, because that entire theory at the time just hinged entirely on the fact Goku Black had like long sleeves or something, which I thought was funny. I find those theories really fascinating. Like, sure, a lot of those theories, looking back, are kind of like, a little weird. And I definitely think what we ended up getting was significantly better than anything we could have theorized, but I think they're just fun. Like it's a cool time being in a fandom where like something new is coming out and like it's got everyone being all speculative and like coming up with cool theories and like really engaging with it. It's just a load of fun. It reminds me of Daima. When Daima was coming out, Daima had the reveal of like all demons having pointed ears, and then people were making connections to Moro and the Great Apes and stuff like that. And it was like a really fun discussion. Or at least to me it felt like that. And I get that same vibe from those Goku lectures. Like, sure, a lot of them are a little silly, but like, I still kind of fondly look back on them. I think they're fun, and I think they're fine for the most part, aside from people saying it would have been better than what we got, which I absolutely disagree with. Also, Goasu stealing Goku's body would have been so funny. Gnarly asks, is that my Lord and Savior Jesus? God bless you, by the way. You betcha. Rice Cooker says, I can't think, so just mention me. Alright, I got you. You got it. I got you. Except the one says, do you like the ending of the Dragon Ball manga or End of Z before Toriyama came back and redid some? Yeah, I like it. I think it's a nice ending. I absolutely love Goku's outfit in that. I really like seeing Vegeta wearing like more casual outfits, like his progression of like clothing he wears like coming to its end there as well. I like seeing the grown-up versions of like everyone, all that stuff. Pan's funny. She just beats up a guy real easy. That's funny. I think Rube has a cool introduction as well. I also like how it has like a big full circle moment for Goku. Like him learning and studying all this stuff about martial arts his entire life, and now like he's finally gotten to the point at the end of the series where he's like mentoring who could quite possibly become the strongest person ever. And then like Goku eventually becoming his own master and learning to teach someone else and stuff like that. Like, even with his gi evolving into something entirely unique rather than just, like, an evolution of the turtle one. Like, it shows his growth so much from the beginning, and it's really cool to see. There's so much I want to talk about, but I don't want to make this video too long. I honestly might make a video on my opinions on the End of Z. I think that could be cool to do. But yeah, thank you for the question. I'll probably elaborate more on that, like, in a different video. Spicy Bean, another friend, asks, what led you to starting this channel along with the videos you created? I have a similar question asked by the Dragon King as well, saying, what started you on making videos on Dragon Ball to begin with? What was your inspiration? And there's also Adam is here saying, what inspired you to do this? Outdated No Longer also asks, what inspired me to make these videos? That is a very tough question. Now, this channel is almost like 10 years old. I think it turns 10 next year. That's insane. Of course, as my name implies, I actually did start by making Lego animations. None of them were good. I think most of them are private now anyways. I think what inspired me to do that was like the Lego movie, I think, because I thought that was really cool. How it looked all stop motion-y, and it didn't do like what the Lego TV shows do, where they just like bend them and like jelly or whatever. Like it feels like it's an actual stop motion animation. I thought that was really cool as a kid. Except then I of course started like trying to do that. It wasn't very good, and I ended up giving up on it. But yeah, then I found this app called Stick Notes. I think my brother showed it to me. When I started doing that, I had way more fun doing that, and I was way better at doing that as well. So then I just started doing that. I didn't change my name because I didn't feel like it. So I started making stuff with that. The icon of my channel is based off of like the Stick character I made, whatever. His name's Star. He has a name. He had lore, but he doesn't anymore because he's not important. Because I gave up on Stick Nodes as well. I'm a Dragon Ball edit guy, and of course my Dragon Ball edit videos started off like, of course, inspired by Lonely Archives. I was also inspired by Drandosk and Liam Miller, specifically their What If fights, and also like Vegito 1089. Like the What If fights they were made. I used to grow up on those. Those were so sick, man. I love them. Even I remember seeing a video by Drandosk a few years back where he was like detailing how he makes these videos, and he showed like his editing software, how he like masked out the characters frame by frame, put them on a green screen background, and then use those. And I thought that was really cool. And then I started doing that using Premiere Pro, and I just kept going from there. Eventually, I was able to evolve my content into being less of like a Lonely Archives copycat, and at least I hope so. I hope my content's more distinct now from Lonely. My channel has gone through a lot of changes over the years, and I feel like it's gonna feel weird, but even like kind of recently, I feel like I finally found my footing. Like I found what I want to do with this channel. I've never felt more motivated than I have in years, and it feels so good to finally know what I want to do with this channel, aside from just like, because for years, like, I had been posting Dragon Ball videos and like edits and whatnot, and I do enjoy making them, but most of the time it just felt like kind of smaller stuff that like I was always pushing the big stuff to the back of my mind, always preoccupying myself with something else, always procrastinating. But now it feels like I'm finally getting into the groove of things, like really like placing my foot down on what I want to do, and honestly, I could not be happier. Vegito Blue Koken times 20 says, peak. Thank you. Ed asks, would your other video be with Solar or by yourself? Hold on, let me ask him. Hey Solar, you want to be in the video?
No.
Oh. Silly Billy asks, what is your favorite Dragon Ball fan project? That's a tough one. Okay, of course, in terms of fan mangas, Dragon Ball Super Kai, I cannot recommend enough. The only issue is that it doesn't have like a proper English translation, but please, by all means, watch the Mondo Cool video on it. Steer clear of the Unrelent Gaming one. That one is so god-awful. It's insane. Please do not watch that video. Please watch the Mondo Cool one instead. But if you know Italian, you should be good then, because there's a full translation on that. So lucky Italians, lucky you guys. I love you guys. I love you so much. The question also mentions just fan projects in general. The Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 revamp team, Xeno Coffee's Mythic Marvels mod for Xenoverse 2, and Solar Animations Dragon Ball ZX. I might just be like plugging this for a friend, but like I genuinely really enjoy it. And you should pester him to make more of it, because I like it and I want to see more of it. Guts Berserker asks, favorite video game? Very tough one. I suck at like absolutes. I will like say a bunch of things are my favorite. I don't have the balls to say one particular thing is my favorite above all else. So I'm just gonna list a bunch of games I like. Deltarune. Really love Deltarune. I've never been more captivated by like a story in a game in my entire life. Persona 5 Royal, I really enjoyed that. I was like really into that. I like played that non-stop. It's so good. Haru is freaking peak. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Okay, that one might actually legitimately be one of the best games I've ever played. Everything about it just comes together. Like, just to tell you how good it is, it literally predicted the future. That's how good the writing of this game is. That's how, like, good its themes are. It's insane, man. Like, it's straight up life-changing, I think. Like, you won't be the same after you've played it. You'll be, like, dumbfounded in every single conceivable way. Metal Gear Solid 2 is the greatest thing humanity has possibly achieved other than Steel Ball Run. Of course, Minecraft. Can't go wrong with Minecraft. I've been playing Peak a lot with one of my friends. That's a lot of fun. Sparking Zero. Say what you will about Sparking Zero, and I absolutely agree. It is a lot of flaws, but every now and then, me and Solar play it, and the second I like pick up that game, get into it, I can't bring myself to hate it. I love it. I just wish they did more stuff with it post-launch, you know. But hey, that's just my thoughts, you know. Marston says what? What? Virian asks, Stick Tournament 3 41-2 Handlander Hansel and Zoolander fused versus Broly Super, and also what if Gohan Black does work? Okay, for the uninformed, Viren is my brother. He knows all the deep cuts, damn it. Stick Tournament 3 is never coming out. Stick Tournament 2 is never being completed. Stick Tournament 3 it's not happening. I'm done. 41-2. 41's not being complete either. No one cares about 41. I don't care about 41. Probably. I don't know. And Hansel and Zoolander fused with Broly Super. That's a you thing, man. You gotta do that. That's your baby. You gotta deliver it. I can't. It can't be my burden to bear. And what if Gohan Black does work? Maybe. I don't know. Give me the greatest like AO3 fanfic on Gohan Black, and I will make that video a reality. I'm terribly sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive my stupidity. Does Z Broly go harder than Super Broly according to you? Depends what do you mean by harder. Are we talking like hype moments and aura? Because I think it could go either way from them. They've both done some crazy stuff. If it's talking about in general, I'd say I like Super Broly more. Of course, he's like a more complete and written character. Not to say Z Broly isn't bad, like as I said earlier, here's some points I want to talk about in the video eventually, but also Super Broly feels like more, like he feels more complete, if that makes sense. It might not make sense, but yeah, you know. But of course, that's what the video is going to be for eventually when I get around to that at some point. Night Salonga asks, will you ever consider voice actors to replace your voice splicing? The Hell Shenanigans video was very creative using lines from various sources. Posting additions could be fun. P.S. I got a Vic Broly impression, so I'll keep that in mind. Hell yeah.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor.
I've definitely been thinking about it. It's just, I'm not used to getting voice actors for stuff. Like, I of course have like that Deku and Goku Christmas video where I got like 2 of my friends to help out, but like those are like people I'm already friends with and that just so happen to be voice actors and stuff like that. I'm a very nervous guy when it comes to like that sort of stuff. I kind of have to like build up the confidence to like go for something like that. I find it fun to do voice splicing for now, but like I definitely think for like something like that Frost vs. Kaba video I'm planning, I will definitely have to like rely on voice actors for that. And I'm curious to do that, and I definitely want to use voice actors for like some stuff at some point. I think like that could be really fun, other than like at most me just doing the voices when I'm not really that good at impressions or whatever. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm considering, and it's definitely something I'm open to. It's just I'm a nervous little baby about it. I'm a scaredy cat. I'm sorry. Hunter Z. I'm Australian. I'm sorry. Hunter Z asks, got any plans for other anime parodies? Oh yeah, actually, a few months ago, I started working on a JoJo edit video I was doing, but then I got sidetracked with like all the Dragon Ball stuff or whatever, also because that JoJo one might take a lot more effort than the Dragon Ball ones. But yeah, I absolutely, like, especially for JoJo and stuff like that, as well as other anime I've been watching, I absolutely want to make more parodies for stuff like that. It's just, I guess another thing is like whether or not like my usual audience will be up to watching that stuff, because I have built most of my audience off of like Dragon Ball videos, but my JoJo ones did fairly well, so I'm hoping if I post another JoJo one, people will be open to watching that and stuff like that. I guess I'll just have to see, but I absolutely do want to make more videos on different animes. That could be really fun. Alright, Saber Wolf asks, if possible, would you make a video where the Dragon Ball Supercast, both protagonists and antagonists, meet their fan-made counterparts from the continuity Dragon Ball AF? Not making a request, by the way, I'm merely asking if you want to. Probably. It would be a bit tricky, of course, because like Dragon Ball AF is like mostly just on mangas. I do mostly just do like anime edits, but I could probably pull off like a manga if I'm feeling it. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more ideas for like funny interactions between like Zyko and Goku Black or whatever, or like what's his name? What's like Frieza's son from the Young GG Dragon Ball AF? Was it Ice? Something like that, but like between him and like that could be funny, because I remember this one image where it's like connections between the fan-made characters and like the official ones, like Zyko, Goku Black, Ice, and Black Frieza or something, and it's like I think is it trying to argue that like the official ones they stole from that ones, because that's really confusing with how like Black Frieza was based off just like black credit cards or whatever. It's like really loose connection. I remember I made like a Shrek version or whatever as a joke. No one's gonna understand that. The more I think about it, the more ideas I get for that video. I probably might make that video. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking of funny ideas that could work. We'll just have to see. Matthias asks, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering so many names. I'm so sorry. Matthias asks, thinking of doing a review for the Goku vs. Evil Goku series, the entire series. So far, I've just got Goku vs. Z in mind for like making a video on, but I could, honestly. I think there's definitely a lot to talk about, especially like my experience like growing up watching them. Like for those videos in particular, I don't want to just like make it bashing on them, because like despite what Henry says about them now, they absolutely were not made to be taken seriously back then. Like I feel like the second one, having Evil Goku somehow survive like underground without food or water for like a year or something, and then some random dude showing up, taking him to Otherworld, who's like for some reason hates Goku, and then just dying immediately, is kind of proof that like Henry did not care when he was writing that one, because like the whole appeal is just like, oh, it's Goku vs. Evil Goku, who cares? Like it's not meant to be taken seriously, and that goes for like most of the older ones, but like I'd love to make a video just like talking about them while simultaneously slandering Henry. Lego Boy, my fellow brother in Lego Arms, asks, when is Kaba vs. Frost coming out? That is an excellent question. I do not know. First, I'm making that what if fight that I will... Okay, I might as well just say it. The what if fight I'm making currently is like a rematch between Goku and Legic, but it's like adult GT Goku. And then after that, because of the poll, the next one after that is Kaioken Goku Black versus Evolved Vegeta. And then after that, I will do Carbo vs Frost, because even though Carbo vs Frost I think was like 3rd place on that poll, on Discord it was actually 1st. And I feel like the Discord, I'm coming up with any excuse I can for doing Carbo vs Frost sooner. My channel, my rules. Who gives a damn? Gone Love asks Goku. Hey, it's me, the Supreme Kai. Woodland Buckle asks, what's your favorite part about making a video? You can't say finishing it, that's lame. Damn it, fine. My favorite part of making a video is seeing it all come together, part by part, piece by piece. I will finish a section of a video, then I will play it back, and I will feel satisfaction you will not believe. I will work so hard. I'll work like a full hour masking an entire sequence, then I will play it back, see it in full, and be like, my god, does it look good. I am so proud of what I make. Most of the time, unless someone says it sucks, in which case I'll like cry in a corner for like a month, but like, you know. There, are you satisfied with that? I love making videos, okay? The best part isn't finishing it, it's making it. Just please kill me, please kill me. I'm such a doofus. I'm so sorry. Are you and Lonely Archives the same person? Metal 42 asks, favorite Dragon Ball character? As I've previously established, I am terrible at like saying one thing is like definitively the best thing to me. So I'm just gonna list off a bunch of favorites. I'm bland, boring as hell. I like Goku, he's cool. He's a cool guy. I like Vegeta, he's also a cool guy. I like Piccolo. Gohan. I love Gohan, he's cool. Future Trunks. No wait, I got a better idea. I'm gonna name a character I really like from each like part of the Dragon Ball franchise. In terms of just Dragon Ball characters, like OG Dragon Ball favorite characters, Tien. He has really cool muscles. In the Z stuff, probably Future Trunks. I think Future Trunks is really cool. I really like his character in that. He's really swagtastic, swagalicious. Dragon Ball GT, I could say Baby. I could say something like Baby, but I think the funnier answer for me is saying GT Goten. I think GT Goten is so much fun. I love him so much. Like him being like a ladies' man and him like going on dates. Like I love that. That's fun, man. He's genuinely some of my favorite parts of GT. I love him. Dragon Ball Super. There's a lot of characters. I can't. Like this is what I'm talking about. I can't just like say one character and be like, oh, there's my favorite. Like I love Zamasu. I think he's great. I think Hit's cool. He was like my obsession when I was younger. I think Kaba is funny. I think Kaba's a nice dude. I think Frost is a little underrated. I think does Beerus count? I mean, he was introduced in a Z movie. Him and Whis were introduced in Z movies. I'll just go with Whis. I like Whis. Zamasu Goku Black. It'd be funny to say Jiren. I like Toppo though. I think Toppo is pretty cool. That one dude, Gohan fights in a Tournament of Power. He's fun. Mirrors, I love Mirrors. He's so good. I love Mirrors. I love Mirrors so much. You know what? Forget what I said earlier. He's my favorite Dragon Ball Super character. Dragon Ball Daima. I obviously gotta go with my GOAT, Majin Ku. Like, come on. The undisputed GOAT. He's my absolute favorite. It can't be anyone else. Majin Ku sweep. I love him so much. Oh my god. Z movies. I'm not gonna go one movie by a time. That's cheat. No, I will. I'll go one Z movie at a time. Dead Zone. Garlic Jr. No, not Ginger. I'm going with Ginger. He's funny. He looks funny. He has swords that shows up out of his elbows. He's funny. World's Strongest. I forget his name, but like, what was his name? Frieza? No, that's the Team Force that one. No, not Frieza. The Jello guy. No, the old scientist dude who has like a gun hand, who's like secretly a robot. He's my favorite of World's Strongest. Who cares? Tree of Might. Gotta go with Turles. Turles might legitimately just be my favorite Z movie villain in general. I love him. He's so good. He's such a good contrast to Goku. I love him. Lord Slug. The little gremlin dude who like spawns like little Goo Goo Gaga babies. He's funny. Frigate, he's my favorite in that movie. Cooler's Revenge. Now I could say Cooler, but that's the boring option. So instead I'm gonna say, what's his name? The dude with the purple electricity. That dude. The dude who can like plunk his head in and out. He's my favorite in that movie. He's better than Cooler. Fight me. Return to Cooler. The little robot dude who was like playing to like kill Yajirobe, that guy, he's my favorite. Super Android 13. If we're going by the English dub, Android 13 absolutely, like before he transforms. But if we're going just with the Japanese dub, like the original Japanese dub, Android 13 after he transforms, just because he doesn't say anything and he's like he looks really stupid as well. Broly the legendary Super Saiyan. Okay, for that one I gotta go with Broly. I can't just pick a side character. Broly's my favorite in that one. BoJack Unbound. Probably either like Kogu or Zangya. Zangya because she gets like killed. She gets killed by BoJack. BoJack was such a douche to her. Like what the frick, man. And Kogu because like I don't know. He's got more hype. Kogu might legitimately have more hype moments and aura than BoJack. Probably not, but like he's a cool sword, so like it evens out. Broly's Second Coming. It's just Broly again. Bio Broly. That one dude who like was like arguing with his it's like he's like I forget what he says, but like he says he's a douche about it, and he's my favorite in that one. No one cares about him, but I care a lot. I love him more than I love life. I love Fusion Reborn. I'm not gonna say him. I'm not saying him at all. Get him out of here. I gotta go with Janemba. Janemba's funny. He's a big boy. They beat him up. He's small now. He has a cool sword. It's always the cool swords. Like Future Trunks, Kogu, Janemba. It's always the swords with me. I like cool swords. Fight me. Wrath of the Dragon, of course, Tapion. Like, genuinely speaking, I really love Tapion's relationship with Trunks in that movie, like their brotherly bond. It's like The Wrath of the Dragon might legitimately be my favorite Z movie just because of like how good like the character writing it is, but like in that like it's not just hype moments and aura. Like there's actual like story, there's actual like character dynamics and like character drama, and it's so good, man. I love that movie so much. I'm yapping. I'm sorry. Springtrap God asks, how do you feel about Moro? Do we mean like the arc or the character? I'll give like, I guess my quick opinion on both. As a villain, I really like his power set. I think it's interesting. I like how he ties in with the Kais and whatever. And I think, like, he's not the deepest villain, but I think he's pretty alright. He does the job well in his arc. For the arc itself, I love the Moro arc. I absolutely love Vegeta's character in it, like his regret over what he did to the Namekians. I love how the arc has like him and Goku and the people on Earth. Like there's like different moving components. You got Goku and Miras training to gain better control over Ultra Instinct. You have Vegeta on Yardrat learning techniques there to help out. Then you have the people on Earth like preparing for Moro's invasion or whatever. Like I'm a sucker for arcs with like multiple moving components. I love those. I also really like Goku's character in as well, like his like progression with Ultra Instinct, his relationship with Miras. I really like Miras. I really love it. He's kind of like a good version of Zamasu. And I really like that. Like starting off as an angel, just there to like observe, but then slowly growing to appreciate the universe more and more to the point where he's willing to like break the angel's rule of no combat, like sacrificing his own life for the sake of protecting him. Like I love that. I love Miras. Yeah, I could legit make my own video talking about it more. But yeah, I love Moro as a villain. He's pretty alright. He does his job well. I like him. The Moro as in like the arc, I love it. My favorite arc of Super, legit, like it's like in that Z level of like goodness. I love the Moro arc. I love it. Asks, will we get any gaming content? Probably not. Not for me anyways. If I ever make gaming content, it'll probably be like doing the Ginyu thing, like that one Ginyu reaction video I did. I'll probably do some stupid Ginyu impression and then I'll play a game or something. I don't know. That's really the only condition I would have for making gaming content. Ultra Me asks, why is Lego in the name? As I explained earlier, I did actually start out making Lego animations, and back then when I made my channel, I just made my name as like blatantly obvious about what my content is. And then I didn't change it because that's part of the joke. I think it's funny that my name is Lego Blocks Animations. Fearful Divine asks, will we get more Red Henry videos? Yeah. Like I said earlier, I've already got that Goku vs. Z video planned, and I might take a look at the other videos in the series, or just like generally make more responses to like other videos he's made where he said really dumb stuff. Arctic Fox Yuki asks, what's your favorite type of cheese? I'm basic. I like cheddar cheese. Goku Goku. Goku asks, how would you improve Evil Goku's character and series if you were the one writing it? That's a very tricky question. Now, this is actually something I do plan to go over in my Goku vs. Z video, but I'll just keep my points here simple, and I'll eventually go into like more in depth in that video, of course. First things first, don't take it too seriously. Like, a lot of Evil Goku feels so overdramatic and edgy, like it genuinely believes it's like the Godfather, and it's like tone it down a little.
Damn. That's deep, Goku.
You don't need to like treat it like it's that. Like, it doesn't feel like a good mindset to have when writing something. There's way too much ego in it. It makes you unable to properly take in criticism if you yourself genuinely believe it's like perfect or like genuinely the greatest thing ever. For me personally, the best way to gauge how good something is by like asking other people their opinions on it. And like, if someone doesn't like something I like, I'd be interested in what their points would be. Maybe they could provide me their perspective, and I could take that in, and maybe I could reevaluate my perspective. I take that same thing with writing something. If I'm writing something, I would always want to like show it to someone else, get their thoughts on it, see what I could do to improve upon it. Because one of the things I felt when watching that video is that Henry didn't do that. It doesn't feel like Henry has shown it or like had someone else like look over it or anything, because it feels very first draft-ish. Like, there's a lot of messy stuff, there's a lot of stuff that you could easily cut out and just it really isn't important, but it's in there anyways because of Henry's view on it, because he doesn't see any flaws in it, he doesn't know what to properly cut. As a result, Evil Goku's character is just a big mess. I also think another thing is to just, with Evil Goku specifically, just start over. Like, his character from 1 to 4 is like very generic and like bland and uninteresting. He's as basic as Evil Goku's can possibly get. So then suddenly making like a weird like pivot, like left turn into having him be this super deep and tragic and like badass dude or whatever with a sad backstory. Oh, he had a wife who died. It just feels like weird. It feels like such a contrast. Like, it's very blatantly clear that this was not planned from the start. It is so abundantly clear. It's just, and the fact that like Henry's even like trying to like make an origin series or whatever to better explain, like, why not just start over? If I can tell that this stuff wasn't planned from the start, like, there's not enough rewrites in the world or like new additions or retcons that you could possibly do to make this fit, then just start over. Start from a clean slate. That way you don't have to try and like messily fit everything together when they don't fit. That if you start over, you've got a clean slate, you're able to do as much as you want, you can establish the tone, there's no restraints or anything, and I feel like that would be the better approach than just making such a big change. But yeah, if you want to make Evil Goku deep and complex or whatever, start over and don't put yourself on that high horse. Like, keep yourself level-headed, have other people look over it, people who you can trust to give constructive feedback. And I think, I genuinely believe if Henry did that, Evil Goku would be significantly better. Way better. Like, the worst part about the Evil Goku series is that there's genuinely something there that, like, could have been good if it just wasn't written by Henry. But yeah, I'll go over more of this in my actual Goku vs. Z video. For now, that's just all I'll say on it. Vienda says, so I noticed that on your channel you used to do reaction videos. Think you'll ever do that again? I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Ginyu Reacts video, and yes, I will absolutely be making more Ginyu Reacts videos. That video was really funny to make for me. I really like that. That video was so like low effort and so stupid, but I love it so much and I want to make more. I absolutely want to make more, so yes, you will see more of Ginyu. DJ the Great asks, would you make a what if where Goku and Gohan fuse in the Boost Saga? Funny you mention that. Blue Golden Rat asks, with how you think Gohan Black is worse than Goku Black, what do you think of the idea of Goten Black and Vegeta Black? Goten Black is really interesting to me. Like I find its idea way more confusing yet interesting than Gohan Black's, because with Gohan Black, like as you can see in like the Sparking Zero one, you can just kind of semi-easily just like swap them out and mostly everything stays the same to a degree. Like it still doesn't make complete sense, that's what my video is about, but like it's still possible. With Goten Black, the literal only way a Goten Black would work would legitimately be have to like building it from the ground up. I don't think a single bit of the original Goku Black arc could work. Maybe not everything, but like you would have to twist and bend so much stuff, and you would absolutely have to rewrite characters and that to be different. Like I don't think Zamasu, like you can bend and twist it all you want, it would still feel weird for Zamasu to go with that. If it's him taking Goten's body, that just still feels weird. Like, I remember some comic or whatever where it was like, I think Zamasu manipulating Goten, but even then that feels a bit weird with how Zamasu's character is. I don't entirely believe he would do that. You would still have to like bend his character and kind of rewrite it a bit for that to work, I feel. And most baffling of all, I remember watching a Goten Black video made by Kafu, and it's legitimately one of the most confusing like what ifs I've ever seen. Goku like mistreats Goten, and then that leads to Goten just becoming evil and killing everyone in his timeline or something. And then he goes to Future Trunks' timeline for like some reason, and the time ring is made by Bulma, and Goten's just really strong. And then like Goku, after learning of how this Goten came to be because of his like neglect or whatever, decides to not do anything about it and to just let Trunks handle it, which feels so out of character. And then Trunks just has Super Saiyan God, and then he just deals with it. Like I guess I like the idea of like Trunks like being the one to like take it upon himself or whatever to defend his own timeline, but also like Goku knowing that like it's his fault for his own son becoming evil, he would absolutely not just stand by. That is completely out of character for him. He loves his son. If he found out some alternate version of him became evil because of his neglect, he would absolutely do everything in his power to make things right. He would not just step out and let someone else handle it. That is not him. I'm even more confused because like this is made by Kafu. And I was like, how? But then I saw it today and it was like, it's like a really old video, and it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. This is before Kafu locked in, I guess. I don't know. All right, Vegeta Black, my bad. See, with Vegeta Black, like I mentioned in my video, like it being Goku's face is significantly more impactful, like when killing Bulma. But with Vegeta, I feel like that could still work, but also Vegeta's an interesting case because he very much has like strong ties to Bulma and Trunks, so like him killing Bulma would still have impact, and like of course like it being Trunks' father would still have impact as well. And I guess you could still, but at the same time, it being Goku is really strong with the fact Trunks saved his life directly. Goku Black literally exists because of Trunks directly. Like he's a direct result of Trunks' actions. It isn't like some unintended stuff where like certain characters didn't end up dying in the future timeline because of his like intervention. Trunks' direct intervention was saving Goku's life. Without that, Goku Black would not have existed. And like that's significantly stronger than if it was literally any other character. I have seen versions though where it's like two of them, like one's Goku Black and one's Vegeta Black. And I think that's kind of interesting. This could be just a video of itself for me, like talking about this, and I probably should do that because at the moment, I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. But yeah, Saiyans No Limits asks, which gambling game is better, Dokkan or Legends? I have not played Dokkan. Funny story, so on my older phone, for some reason, it just would not let me download Dokkan, so I just downloaded Legends instead and played that. Even then, I think I'd just take Legends because even though the game is a bit of an abusive relationship, I like Shallot, and that's kind of it, and I like the story. I don't know much about Dokkan's story or whatever, but it doesn't have Shallot, so I don't care. And final question, Dispenser saying, how did you start doing cool edits? Because I want to learn. So I edit using Premiere Pro. Now, you don't have to use Premiere Pro. Like, there's a lot of editing softwares that are probably better and way cheaper, like DaVinci, which is free. There's also, if you do want to buy stuff, there's also Sony Vegas. I've heard Filmora is good, I think. I'm not an expert, but whatever. So yeah, DaVinci, Sony Vegas, Filmora. A lot of people I know use those. If you don't have a computer, I've heard KinMaster. I have some friends that use that and they seem to enjoy using it, so that's good. Or, you know, iMovie. I started out using iMovie. It's not good. Every other editing software I've mentioned is probably better, but if you don't got anything else, at least you got iMovie, I think. The main thing I do with my editing is masking. In Premiere Pro, you've got like the crop tool or like the opacity thing. There's this little icon, little image. You tap that, then you go into the image. You put like little dot points around the character, zoom in for it too, and then like scroll around. Eventually, once you've outlined the entire character, you reconnect it. You do this stuff that I'm showing on screen right now, and then bam, character is cut out. Now, that's just one frame. I usually do this for every single frame of animation. It's very long and it can be very tiresome, but there are some workarounds. Like if a character is on a background with a separate color to them, you can use color key, which keys out that color, and you can mess around with that. So that way you've got the entire character outlined and cut out without having to spend a lot of time just cutting them out frame by frame, which is really awesome. Alternatively, I sometimes use After Effects. They have this rotoscoping tool, and then I use that depending on it. That also depends on certain things, like again the character being a different color than their background. I usually use it if the character has like an aura on, like in Dragon Ball Super, like Rose Goku Black with the aura, or like any other Super Saiyan Blue. Like if the aura is on, that makes it a lot easier, because with the rotoscope it changes every frame, and there can be like a couple imperfections that are kind of noticeable. And it's like, it can be also kind of tedious, but like, if you just don't care, and like most of the time it's like minor things, like minor errors as well, it doesn't really matter that much. It's actually pretty effective and pretty good. Another important thing is the audio. Now, for video game voice lines that I use occasionally, I get it from this website, like sound effects. Just look at like a random game like Xenoverse or Sparking Zero. Bam, found voice lines for it, for this character, whatever. Awesome source. You can listen through all of them before you download it too, which is really cool. I also have this website. Now, there will be occasions where I'm using like clips from the show or whatever with audio, but the original audio has like music playing or whatever, but then in my video that it's just the audio itself with like maybe even with a different music track. What I do, I use this website, I take that clip, I put it in, and then it creates two tracks, one of just the vocals and one of whatever background audio is playing. So that way I can take the vocals, put them back in, and then put whatever music I want into it, or even just like keep music out of it or whatever. So that way I can use the vocals like in any context I want, and that way like the audio sounds nice and clear and crisp and like good, and like it doesn't sound like weird when you have like two different songs playing or whatever, or like it abruptly cutting from one audio with different song to a different audio track with a different song, whatever. It's really useful and it's really cool. I like using it a lot. It genuinely holds most of my videos together. If I did not have this tool, my videos would sound way worse. And for sound effects, I don't remember where I got them, but I'm sure if you looked up like DBZ sound effects, like there's probably some folder out there on like some website of like every Dragon Ball sound effect. I'd recommend downloading that and then just giving that a whirl. Yeah, that's basically it. I think I mentioned earlier like the type of songs I use, so keep that in mind as well. And for the footage, get an ad blocker. I'd recommend this one. It's absolutely free and it's really good. And of course, you can use some very highly legal websites to get clips from the anime. I'd recommend using like OBS. I just use like the Windows screen recorder, but OBS is like free. And if your computer doesn't have that, or like whatever device you're using, just use OBS. It also does screen recording. I think it might be better, but like I can't be bothered to use it because I just have the regular one. But yeah, use OBS. I'd also recommend, again, trying to get the seed of Might recolors. They have recolors of Z, Dragon Ball, GT, movies, the specials, Kai. They've got all of it, and they got it in like the best audio as well, which is really nice. So yeah. If you can, get the Seed of Might footage. It's the best possible footage. It's also really convenient to get as well. You're gonna need a torrent though, from like my experience, which is fine. It just takes a bit to download like an episode. But that's all good. Always be sure to use a watermark. Like I know from experience, especially recently, that like a lot of my videos get like taken and re-uploaded and stolen and stuff like that. So it's always nice to have a watermark, so even if it does get stolen, it's like very clearly like still connected to you. When they see the video, they're like, oh, that's not their video, that's someone else's video. Even if they neglect to credit you, your video still credits you itself. Please be sure to watermark. You deserve to be named for your work, so please put a watermark on your work, just in case. Another thing, thumbnails. For me, I just use like I've got obvious like Photoshop, mostly just like I'll grab a random frame or whatever, slightly edit it to make it funnier or something, and like just cut it out using like the crop tool in Premiere. Not in Premiere, sometimes I'll like construct a bit of it in like the Premiere profile, and enough times I'll just make it entirely using like Photoshop. It doesn't matter. You're free to do whatever you want. My thumbnails usually have like a format to them, kind of. Like one character looks shocked and the other one looks confident and cool and or whatever. You're free to do whatever you want. You can copy me if you want. I don't mind. Maybe you want to go with like the Molka version where it's just like character looking shocked, looking forward, and like character behind him. You can do that too. You're free to do whatever you want. The main thing is just make it look cool and appealing. That's the lesson I learned. If you put cool stuff in the thumbnail that's actually in the video and isn't just like clickbait or whatever, people will watch your video usually. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, by the way, if you plan to use AI voices in your videos, don't. I did that one time and I've regretted it every single day of my life. Like, personally speaking, I would just use your own voice and just don't give a damn if it doesn't sound like the characters, or just like splice voice lines, which me personally, I find that to be way more fun. I think it's really fun. It gives kind of like a YTP vibe, but if you find like the right amount of clips and like you splice them together like real good, it can sound really good, and it's also just like really satisfying to like pull it off really nicely as well. So yeah, don't use AI. You can do better. I think that basically sums up what I do. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone for all your questions. This has been really fun going through all of this and just yapping about stuff. This is it's such an incredible milestone for me, and it's just so much to take in, you know. Like, I could not have imagined this day coming. I have nothing left to say other than just thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, commenting, engaging, subscribing, all that stuff. I really mean this when I say I would not have gotten this far without all your support. It's what drives me most of all to making this stuff, knowing that someone else out there enjoys watching it as much as as much as I do it making it. That's just the best part of this for me. It, like, whenever I get like a comment saying they enjoyed it, something, it absolutely makes my day. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy all my future content and all that jazz. This has been such an incredible achievement for me. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so unreal. I love you all. Peace out.